isn't comfortable. Like, I've looked the same ever since middle school. I might dye my hair soon because I'm so sick of people looking at my childhood photos and be like, wow, you did not change at all. I totally have, like, behind the same face, I am more confident than I ever have been. I'm doing things that I've always dreamt of doing. Within the past year, I started going to the gym consistently. I started YouTube, and I became a college student who had to learn how to handle research, classes, clubs, all of that. More importantly, I feel like I've made so many mindset switches that I matured into a different person. Like, the division between who I was in high school and who I am right now is huge. I know that 2026 and all of its resolutions are coming up, so I want to share exactly how I made a difference in my life with all of you. Change is hard, but so is regret. If you don't like where you are right now, that should be enough motivation to push you to put in the effort to take those risks. It's not easy, but it's straightforward. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. In this video, I have a couple tips on how to actually see a change in your life, as well as a personal look into my 2026 plan. You can see all my goals and exactly how I plan on achieving them. Hey everyone, it's Justine. If you watched my time management video, you know how important time is for me. You can do so much within a year, a month, a day, even a couple of minutes. So I'm going to break down how I took advantage of 2025 so you can glow up for 2026. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Set goals for yourself, but understand that just because you have that goal doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. A huge barrier to actually achieving that goal is linking it to action. There is no, hey, at least I have a goal, if you do absolutely nothing about it. There are a couple reasons why we aren't achieving our goals year by year. Honestly, I can make like a whole separate video about that, but right now I'm just going to go into one of like the main ones, at least for me. One reason is that the goal is impossible. I'm gonna get fit. I'm going to be completely confident. I'm gonna be off social media. Those things are impossible because if you imagine who you are after you have achieved those things, you feel like a completely different person. That doesn't feel like it's you. That's your subconsciousness already telling you that it thinks that you can't do it. Guess where your procrastination comes from? Your excuses. Yes, discipline and consistency matters, but why not make it easier for yourself? If you want to get fit, but if you think that the fit version of yourself isn't even you and that she doesn't exist, it just makes it that much harder to stay motivated. The trick is to set goals that you know that you cannot fail. So let's say I'm going to go to the gym once a week. I'm going to have positive affirmations every morning. I'm going to have a time limit on Instagram. Like, if you imagined yourself after you've achieved these things, you still feel like you, but she just does like a little extra thing, right? That's the magic of it. That is your mind telling you that you inherently think that it's achievable and that it's not that bad. And then once you reach those goals, you reach just a little bit higher. One of my goals for 2026 is to feel good about my appearance. I want to be hot and fashionable, and that's really hard. I can't imagine the model version of myself without feeling some sort of distance between me and her. But the girl that just wants to try out a couple extra tops next month, she exists. I can make her exist really easily. That's another beauty about this approach, the instantaneous reward. You can feel the progress. You can mark the changes in your life because you have these sequential changes, these goals on your way to your ultimate impossible overarching goal. Then after I feel like, hey, I have 5 new tops that I really love, then I'll move on to trying different types of makeup, different types of shampoo. Every step feels minuscule, like obviously I can do this, but those changes, those tiny details, they mean everything. You will look back after a while of doing this and realize how much progress you made. And plus, you were confident that you could take the next step every single time. Number 2 is section your life into categories. A lot of us just write down goals and it feels so miscellaneous that's overwhelming. Instead of focusing on small parts of themselves, it feels like every single goal is an identity thing and it relates to everything else and there's no way to organize it. Like, oh, you want a 4.0 GPA, is that more important than like maybe starting a business? Maybe you have to sacrifice one for the other, maybe they influence each other in some way, blah, 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 blah. It gets really messy and then you don't want to do it. Recognizing that there are patterns and relationships to your goals is so important because it allows you to move forward with more intention, and sometimes you can also group a lot of your goals together into one big destination that is more impactful. I know this is kind of confusing, so here's a run through of how I do it. I picked the biggest parts of my life that I want to improve. This list is different for everybody, so feel free to change it up. But I really want to improve my health, my skill set, my appearance, and my mental and emotional well-being. Then I sort all of my smaller goals into these sections. Notice how it makes everything feel more purposeful. You understand the overarching reason of why I want to achieve these things, and also it makes it much easier to kind of see how everything interacts with each other. It also gives you a sense of how you want to tackle these goals. Like, you don't have to do 2 goals from one category at the same time, because in a sense you're already kind of like progressing in that area. So for example, like maybe if you're already looking for new outfits, you might do some investment research on the side if you want to do 2 goals at once. I kind of consider this a separate tip, but it closely relates to what I just said. I always work on 2 goals at once. Now, depending on the person, you might switch up what goals you want to pair together, or if you even want to multitask at all. But the reason I do this isn't because of efficiency. Like, I don't want to attain these goals faster, but it's so in case I can't work towards one goal for some reason, I have something else to focus on. We run off of momentum. It is a lot easier to do something if you've been consistently doing it in the past. Another big reason why we don't attain our New Year's goals is because we take breaks from our progress, and then it becomes a huge mental roadblock to pick it back up again. This way, even though you are working towards different things, you still feel like you're getting better every single day, and that's motivation to keep going. So I pair my goals together based on finances, because as a college student, I can't afford to always be spending money. So if that stops me from achieving something, I'll focus on something else first while I save up. For example, right now I'm working on my fashion sense, which definitely takes money. And so for the periods I don't feel like spending it, then I'll work on improving my dental applications. So researching summer internships, volunteer opportunities, stuff like that, because that research is completely free and I can continue to improve myself even if I'm not spending money. That example is personal to me, but it is an example of how you can divide up your goals so you can ride that New Year's motivation for as long as possible. Number 4 is my favorite tip. You need to be thorough. Every single time you cut a corner or make an excuse for yourself or go against your values, you are sacrificing part of your authenticity. There's this quote that really stuck with me, and it's, "What you do in private always shows in public." So your reading shows in how you talk. Your workouts show in your physique. Your diet shows in your energy. Your discipline shows in your confidence. You are what you cultivate in private. I really like this quote because even though you think that what you do by yourself doesn't impact how you present yourself to the world, it shows. But more importantly, you will know. A big part of changing who you are, a natural part, is going through imposter syndrome. Even if you feel more confident and beautiful, there's still a little part of you that harbors those insecurities. I still have a lot of the same insecurities I had when I was a kid. I would go well thinking that I'm not sensitive about it anymore. I know I've grown, I've changed, but something will trigger my insecurities again, and I feel like I'm the same person I was all those years ago. And I am. It is completely normal because I am still the same person. The problem is, you don't believe in yourself. You don't trust that you've changed because you see what you do in private and it contradicts who you want to be. Here are 2 things I want you to keep in mind so you can finally achieve those goals on an inner level. One is you cannot grow from hating yourself. It's impossible. You will stay resentful of who you were, and that keeps your insecurities alive because even though you might not have that flaw anymore, you will be afraid that it'll resurface. Love yourself right now and forgive who you were, because if something does happen to trigger your past, it's okay, because you love her too. The second is to embody who you are. So if you want to have that clean girl, I have it all together aesthetic, you need to be that person. You need to do what she does. You can't just slap on makeup, put on perfume, and pretend like you're organized. If you don't have a clean room, good hygiene, great time management, and confidence, you will always feel like you're playing pretend. I don't think I've heard anybody else say this, and I really hope this resonates with you, but the largest part of growing up, and honestly the most important part, is convincing yourself that you did change and that your life did get better. Something I want to work on is my confidence. I want that quiet confidence where my self-worth only stems from within. Even if my environment is trying its best to tear me down, even if everything is trying to make me insecure, I don't want to lose sight of who I am. I also want to not have to rely on other people's approval and just be comfortable with myself. I thought I was doing such a great job at this throughout college. Like, I felt confident, I felt hot, and I was really proud of myself because that was such a big step up from high school. But I would constantly go through periods of anxiety and self-doubt. It was really up and down. I realized that even though I was doing a great job confronting social anxiety around other people and holding my head high, when I was alone, I would bully myself. I would be like, oh, why did you do this? You're so stupid, so awkward. And I thought that it didn't matter because nobody else saw. But you can't be confident if you hate yourself. I didn't feel confident because I did things that my confident self would never do. I just want to say that even if you are forgiving yourself and you are doing all these things, it will still feel performative at first. Give your mind just a little bit of time to really believe yourself. One day it'll just hit you and you will be so proud. Okay, so I have something special for you guys. I'm going to share some of my 2026 goals and how I plan on achieving them. The rest of that will be linked on a Google Doc that I'm going to put below, and I'm actually going to be updating that throughout the year, so feel free to check that out whenever you want. I've split my life into 3 sections: mental and emotional health, skill set and lifestyle, and appearances. I really like to work in monthly chunks, so my goal or sub-goals will end within that month. It just makes it a lot more fluid. It makes it feel less tedious and more structured. For mental and emotional health, one thing I'm working on is overcoming FOMO. It is super annoying to have because here I am stressing out about not going to a party that I don't want to go to. It happens a lot in college because you're constantly surrounded by people doing cool things, and so you have people to compare yourself to. So how I'm approaching it is I want to take myself on a solo date once a month because it kind of reminds me that I am living for me and not anybody else. I'm also just gonna stay in once a week. This past quarter, I've had a huge problem with burnout, and I'd rather not repeat that again. So this is just to remind me that I should practice staying comfortable in a quieter setting. It's not the flashiest thing in the world, but that's why it's important because I need to learn to just be by myself and enjoy it. For skill set and lifestyle, YouTube is actually one of my goals. I'm gonna post a story on Instagram every day, post a reel every week, and film YouTube as much as I can. The reason why I don't have a specific timeline for this is because I'm extremely busy. I don't have as much free time as I used to, and so I'm just gonna fit in as much filming as I can. I'm gonna work really, really hard at it, but it's just hard to quantify that right now. Another sub-goal I have with this is to let it go of aesthetics. I'm gonna be producing a bunch of content and not necessarily worrying about whether it's perfect. I really believe in learning through progress, so I'm gonna slowly build my skills and build how this looks as I produce more videos, and not necessarily worry about producing the perfect video right from the start. For appearances, I like the hot and smart aesthetic. A lot of my friends embody this, and I think that they're so badass. So I'm gonna work on different parts of myself, like my hair, my makeup, my style, and I really want features that I'm proud of. And within this big goal, I have a bunch of sub-goals, so you're probably gonna have to look at the Google Docs. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!